Are we live yet? Not yet, I guess. Okay, there'll be a slight delay. Fret not. We're doing this to ensure the quality is good. Quality of the stream is good. We'll just for a few more minutes and then proceed with what we are doing. Alright. So what we're doing now is a couple of Leetcode practices, and what I notice is I can hear my echo, and that's kind of bothering me. Okay, let's see, this is scope audio. How do we change this? How do we don't monitor? I don't want to hear. There's a slight delay, and that's freaking annoying. Settings, users and settings, audio. Capture as the moments happen, and things are being streamed. To cancel this, freaking cancel. Where's this? I think it's kind of hard. You know, in my mind, every time whenever I say something, there's always this voice trying to second guess. And that usually breaks my chain of thought. And now I've got like this verbal, actual thing that's second guessing what I've just said, just keep repeating and making me second guess things, which is kind of interesting. I hope the YouTube stream has the audio. And there should be a 30 seconds delay. Other than that, okay. What could I do? Yeah, I can still hear this. There we go. Monitor off. Don't goofy shit. Okay, I can hear the audio right from the YouTube stream, and hopefully when I'm sharing this it's clear as well. Otherwise, bad luck. And I hope my head is not too big for the screen. Okay, let's move on to the problem that I'm working on. So this is a Leetcode easy problem, and I've got a lot of things context to give before we just dive deep into it, but maybe I can save that for another time once I get a bit more familiar with this whole streaming thing. Why don't I just dive right into the problem today, and then give you more and more context. Maybe there's something that you can look forward to in my next streams, following streams. Right, we're crossing the 4 minutes mark of this stream going live. I hope no one's watching this. That's the hope, but things that I hope rarely happen. So, alright, okay, so enough with the waiting. We're tackling a simple problem. How do you do binary addition in Python without using any other built-in methods? And I'm struggling with this, to be honest. These are the kind of the problems that that I remember I was really good at, like these puzzly problems back in my college, university days. I should be able to do it relatively quick, but as you can see right now, the screen, if you can go through this code line by line, you would know I'm just kind of lost. Again, let's go back and repeat the problem. So if you've got string of binary numbers, 2 strings actually, not single, and all you have to do is add them together and produce another binary string. So it's binary addition, and the problem says it pretty clearly. I don't know why am I repeating this. I guess this is just to get more fame, YouTube fame. Repeating things probably makes, I think that's been happening. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked with meta discussions, which usually happen. So our goal today is how am I solving this, or so far what have been my approach in solving this. So we have 2 strings, string A, string B, and what I'm doing here is just getting maximum length of the string, and then once that happens, we swap string A and B if string B is longer than A. So by this, we always ensure that string A is the longest one and string B is the shorter one, and if it's not, we do a swap. And then once that's done, we reverse the order of strings. So if you notice here, what happens is you take you start from right to left instead of from left to right. So one way you can do in Python is you can use the negative number index to access the last element, but that can get pretty messy. So the easiest way is just reverse the string and then go from left to right, or you can instead do right to left from the very beginning. So it's just a matter of choice. In this case, I'm doing the former, reverse the string and then going from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so that's the code over here. And so what we do when I is more than, so we have to cover pretty few cases. So we got a character from string A and we've got a character from string B. Sometimes string B is smaller, and in this case we just append the character from string A. And there are times where string A and B, the character that we add, is the same, in which case we need to consider the overflows. And if there's overflow, this is very messy, as you can see. So okay, so for those who are not aware of what does this thing going on, so if you add 1 and 1 in binary, that becomes 1 0. So if you add 1 and 1, becomes 1 0, and then if you add 1 more, it becomes 1 1, then you add 1 more, it becomes 1 0 0. So that's what's happening here. We're adding 2 binary numbers and then we get the sum, binary sum. So there could be 2 scenarios where the characters in A and B match, or it doesn't match, or in some cases A has more characters than B, and in that case we just add the character from A, which is happening here. I hope no one's watching my stream. As I can see, there's no one watching it. That's pretty reassuring. Anyway, let's go on. I think I've already spent a lot of time trying to go through this problem, and there's a bit of flickering. I don't know why there's flickering. And if it's showing my desktop, I would be really pissed. There's a lot of shit in there I don't want people to see. Anyway, going back. Let's not get sidetracked, guys. So what I'm doing is just going character by character and processing the character if the two numbers are the same. If it's a 0, this is the wrong one here. So if both numbers are 0, we don't do anything. Wait, I think I'm missing some logic. Okay, so if both numbers are the same, it can be either the number is 1 and then there's some overflow. If there's an overflow, so we in this case we're adding 1 and 1, so and then there's no overflow. So what we do, add 1, set the overflow to 1 and then add 0. I'm not doing a good job of explaining this, but this is so if both numbers are 1 and then there's already an existing overflow, so that will be, so we're adding 1 and then there's another 1, but and then there's also another existing overflow of 1, so that would be 3. So 3 in binary is 11. So that's what we're doing. So we're passing down the overflow to the next number. At the same time, we're adding 1 to the output. Here we just add 1 to the overflow, but adding 0 as output. Yeah, that's flickering. That's not good at all. This is, I hate this. Why can't I have nice things? There's definitely some flickering. I think I might delete this or make it private, because there are things on the desktop that I don't want people to see. Anyway, sorry about that. That's just me trying to figure out if the HDMI cable is fucking with me. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not doing a great job of explaining this. So, so there could be a few scenarios. Let me repeat this a few times. There could be a few scenarios where the two characters are the same, and then under that two scenario, and it can be further down. That scenario can be further break down into 2 other scenarios. Okay, forget it. And we can have if we're just adding 0 0, we just append the 0. There's nothing much to do anyway. And then this is for if the two strings are the same. This is for everything else. So in this case, else refers to, what else refers to here is the character in A and B are different, so we just add that 0. So as you might have already noticed, we're not doing anything with the overflow yet. So what I'm missing here is how we could process and account the overflow into the equation, like how we're going to pass down, and I can't still figure out how to do that. I can click solution and look at the solution, but I'll be cheating, and I've already I think I've already spent enough time. So one way to simplify this problem is there's a lot of output appending happening in different places, here, and then you have to there's a lot of code repetition, and you have to account for additions. I'm wondering if recursion is a good way to go about it, or maybe create a helper function and then append the code, pass down the overflow and pass down A and B plus the overflow, and then do that. That would be one way to do it. And then we don't append the numbers here. Perhaps we could do that I don't know. Yeah, okay, let's end the stream. I'm not sure how to approach this. Okay, I think it's time to end the stream. If you've been watching all this while, thank you for supporting, and hit the like button and subscribe. Probably I should do this in proper stream. I mean proper cycle sprints, not stream sprints. Like look at a problem, spend 10 minutes on it, and then after that just look at the solution and do multiple questions that way. Probably I could learn more that way, I guess. And yeah, this is my first stream. This was just more of a piloting or try run. Let's see.